I am joined by two incredible Olympians. You guys competed on the same team. I have Misty Hyman and Kristy Kowal with me, butterflyer, breaststroker. Do you guys have any fun mom stories of maybe, someone who was a really big part of your life?
Well, my mom's story is they showed my mom jumping up and down after I made the Olympic team on the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you see my mom jumping up and down, and she must have jumped on the stands and then missed the stand. And you see my dad scoop her as she's falling off of the stand. So my dad saved her as she was jumping because, she's so overwhelmed. She doesn't know where she's jumping. But yeah, that was my favorite story. She was so overcome she fell as she was jumping up and down.
That is amazing. Glad she's okay.
Oh yeah, she's great.
I love it. What about you, Misty?
I've heard the story that one time I was a Parks and Rec Summer Swim League meet, and I wasn't paying attention to my race, and my race had started, and my mom grabbed me and she threw me in the water and she screamed, "Butterfly!" Oh my God. And she said I did really well, and that's when she knew I was going to be a butterflyer.
Okay, that is the best. Okay, so I think you'll appreciate this being kind of pushed into the water. One of my very first swim races, I swam the entire lap underwater, and I thought that was the thing to do. I was like a speedy sixer, and my coach looks up at my mom and is like, how did she learn how to do that? And so, Misty, we were talking about underwater before, and it's something that you really paved the way, and you were someone that I looked to and admired in a huge way about how you were doing underwater. First of all, why did you think to do that in the 200 butterfly?
Well, thank you very much. I was definitely among the many pioneers in the underwater kick, and so I appreciate that. We were just looking for ways to be faster. My coach teases me that my start was terrible, and so we were trying to find
make
ways
up for it other ways.
to get to 15 meters faster than everybody else. And I say that he always tried to get me to take fewer strokes, and so that was one of the ways I did it. But we kind of stumbled upon it by accident. But once we did, we realized we were really onto something. And what we discovered was that I could actually get the same distance in 2 kicks as 1 stroke on the surface, but 2 kicks would take less time than 1 stroke.
Really?
Yes.
So you completely broke it down and looked at it that way?
We looked at the math, yes.
So how did you build up to this? Because you were going almost 15 meters off every single wall in a 200 butterfly. How did you start? Did you just jump in one day and say, hey, I'm going to kick 15 meters, it's going to be a piece of cake?
No way. No, I actually started when I was just 14 years old. And
you were 14?
Yeah, so back in, 1994?
Okay.
Yeah, 1993.
Yeah.
And we just, we started with going, instead of doing 2 or 3 kicks, we started doing 5 kicks off the wall. And then it was just little by little inching it up, 1 kick at a time, until I was able to do the whole way underwater.
Yeah, see, bite-sized pieces. I think that's
exactly
important,
right.
especially when you're looking at meets like this. We're watching from home and we're saying, how did these people get here? How did they do it? They took bite-sized bites, little bites every single
little step
day.
at a time.
Little steps. One of my favorite sayings, the hay's in the barn, and you just slowly build that up day after day.
Exactly.
Okay, so Kristy, turning to you. Okay. Breaststroke. There have been so many different roles in breaststroke.
Yes.
What is that like?
It's hard to keep up.
Yeah, you couldn't do a kick.
No.
Okay, so let me clarify. So there's a kick now that you're able to do on the pull-out in breaststroke.
Yes.
You couldn't do that when you swam in 2000.
Absolutely not. No, you could never do that. Actually, even in 2004, you were still, when I still swam through 2004, you were still not allowed to do the dolphin kick and the underwater pull-out. So now even coaching and trying to teach swimmers to do the dolphin kick, I'm like, okay, so this is what we call cheating. When
now you can do it.
And now you're allowed to do it. And I wish I was able to do this. It actually really helps your dolphin kick. My dolphin kick my underwater pull-out was atrocious. It was horrible. It would have made it a little bit better, yes. But it really is a game changer for people who, especially for short course, because it can take you up to halfway across the pool.
Yeah. So what's it like for you guys to be back here watching the races and watching the competition? Do you have an itch to get back in the water, or are you just thankful that that's not you?
It's really fun. So we're up behind the blocks in the Mutual of Omaha box.
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
I get goosebumps before every single race. And as they're introducing everybody's names, I literally look down at my arms and my legs and I have goosebumps. But in no way does it make me feel like I need to get back in the water and be racing. I'm just excited to watch everybody. And I think I miss most the feeling of being on a team and being around people and traveling around and just being on Team USA. That's what I miss the most. But I don't miss the early mornings and the jumping into a cold pool and swimming lap after lap. I don't miss that at all. But this is such an amazing venue, and Omaha does such a great job hosting this event, and it's been fantastic watching it. It's such like a production now.
Exactly. It's amazing to see the evolution of the Olympic trials. I mean, a lot of people ask me, so was it like this when you qualified for the team? And it's a completely different world. It's amazing how far swimming has come and what an incredible event they've started to put on.
What was it like for both of you making the Olympic team? So we're adding to this board behind us of Olympians.
Yes.
For you, take us back to that moment of just the feeling of touching the wall and seeing that you're going to the Olympics to represent your country.
So 2 days before I had missed the Olympic team by 1/100th of a second in the 100 breaststroke.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So when I had finally swam the 200 breaststroke and when I had finally made that team, I hit the wall and I was overcome. I didn't realize I'd broken the American record until like the next day.
No way.
The coolest thing was though, Amanda Beard had made the team with me, and every single breaststroker in that heat came over into our lanes, and we started throwing a party in the pool. And so the officials, the officials were trying to clear the pool, and they're like, "Ladies, you need to get out of the water." And we were like, "No, we don't." And they're like, "No, really, there's other events." And we're like, "We don't care."
That is awesome.
I mean, I jumped out of the water, and the next thing I know is, if you saw Jay Litherland when he made the team, his brothers jumped over and they ran to give him a hug. My brother had done the exact same thing in Indianapolis, and security chased him down, just like his brothers down. So, you know, that moment is just, you know, Misty can relate to it too. We are like team third place over here.
Yes.
So when you finally make the team, it just makes it that much sweeter.
We all three are team third place.
Yes.
Third place in 2008. We know what that's
part
like.
of the experience.
So what was it like for you to come back in 2000 to make it?
It was a dream come true. I mean, I never forget when I realized I was finally going to represent our great country in the Olympics. And I think that's what a lot of us dream about since we're little, and we want it so bad that we can taste it. And yeah, it's hard to describe what it actually feels like to do it.
That's really cool. Well, thank you guys so much, both of you, for joining me. You're such a big inspiration to myself as I was progressing through my career. I've looked at both of you as starting out as a breaststroker and then adopting the underwater butterfly. So thank you guys for coming on and joining me tonight. I'm excited to see you for the rest of the week.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having us.
Thank
You're
you.
doing a great job.